welcome to Blue Jays Today, where your boys always have something to say with the Toronto Blue Jays. I am your host, Nicholas Playlock.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about 3 moves that the Toronto Blue Jays should make this offseason. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and use code TODAYJAYS to get discounts and deals on Betstamp. Links in the description. It's a free app. Sign up and support the boys. All right, let's jump right into it. The move number 1 that they need to do is they got to trade a catcher for some pitching. Whether it's a combination of starters, whether it's a combination of relievers, Nick, they need it. They got a surplus of catchers, not a lot of surplus of pitchers.
This has been a conversation that we've had for time now, right? It's like, hell, back when we had Reese McGuire, that was the whole conversation, and it's still the conversation even after getting rid of him, right? There's just too much talent at that position. Kirk, I love him. He is absolutely top tier. I don't want to hear any Kirk hate in the goddamn comments because there always is. I know you guys. He is awesome. Danny Jansen, he can handle a whole staff. The pitchers love him. The clubhouse loves him. Everybody loves him. And hell, he can swing a fucking baseball bat as proved by last season.
Yeah, and he's got 2 years still left on his deal.
And he still has 2 years. And then obviously, Gabriel Moreno. Now, I was looking. I don't think he even classifies as a prospect anymore. At least he's not in our top 30.
Probably not next year, yeah.
So it's like next year he's not going to be. But it's like basically the best catching prospect in all of baseball right now, just available, chilling in the freaking wings. And we saw when he came to the major league level, that pop time, that looks really damn nice. So it's a great problem to have, but it is a problem, and it's something that they need to rectify.
Yeah, look, there's no reason to have one of those guys sitting in AAA or, God forbid, being the third-string catcher on this team. You can make an argument to trade all of the guys. I know we love Kirk, but look, I'm going to argue against it. Like, trading him is probably a good idea because his value has never been higher.
It is very high.
He's an all-star last year, unanimously in that position. And, Moreno, number 1 prospect, and Danny has proved he can lead a staff. So one of them is going to get a nice return. Nick, who are you leaning towards in this trade?
I mean, I still am. I'm going to stick with my guns on this one and go with Gabriel Moreno. It just makes the most sense to me because I see a lot of people in those comments being like, we can't ever trade away Gabriel Moreno because he's got better hitting than Kirk. He's got better defense than Jansen. And I'm like, well, we just don't know that because we've never actually seen it at a major league level. Whereas with Alejandro Kirk, with Danny Jansen, we have literal years now of time where it's like they've put up consistently. They've managed this staff. They have rapport with these pitchers. So I just think when it comes down to logistically, let's build this team up. Why would you trade away the guys who were already doing it?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think Moreno can get a big return as well because of that anticipation, because of that hype.
Now, I do have a question for you. I actually made a minute monologue just yesterday talking about a potential Gabriel Moreno trade with the St. Louis Cardinals. It was put out there by the Jays Journal. It was for 2 position players. How do you feel about trading a catcher for a position player? Because this was specifically trade catcher for starting pitcher.
No. I do not want a new position player on this team right now because look, if it's going to be a new position player, they're going to be riding the bench. Like our starters are full. Everyone's great. We need pitching, man. I mean, I don't even need to go into the stats to tell you Blue Jay fans how badly we need it. Our bullpen got frigged up in the postseason.
Yeah, dude.
We're missing Ross Stripling potentially this year. You think we can make it to the postseason and get him with just Manoah and Gausman? Granted, I love him, but just those 2 guarantees and with Barrios, who we don't even know, pitching.
Literally.
Any way, any shape, any form, I need more
Unless that position player is Shohei Ohtani, I don't want it.
Exactly.
Number 2, things that the Blue Jays need to do this freaking offseason. Go out and sign freaking Edwin Diaz,
right?
Dude. Just do
literally,
it.
bro.
Just do it, okay? I know we're entering into a bit of a fantasy land right now, but let me just walk you through my simple logic. Bullpen has been a problem. We want to win ball games. We can't win ball games if our bullpen is not good. Edwin Diaz is the best available bullpen arm on free agency. So, where is the hole here, folks?
No, look, if you want to quickly add some power in the back of the bullpen, guy who throws 99 on average, easily touches 100.
Yes.
A guy who we've all been screaming into the void of saying, give me more strikeouts in the late innings. This guy had an amazing 17.1 strikeouts per 9 last year.
That's insanity, dude.
But here's the one thing. Look, we all love him, obviously. He's going to to cost a lot of money,
Yes.
and I don't know if the Blue Jays if they pay for this guy, they're not going to be able to stay under the luxury tax.
No,
it's going to have to be a
probably
choice by Rogers and a choice by Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro that we are going over the luxury tax, taking that penalty, but it's all for the better of the team.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, we make these podcasts, we make these opinions, right, assuming that the goal is winning. Like, my
That's right.
goal here is not to save the most money
No.
for Rogers Communication Company, you know? It's like,
Screw that.
I don't give a shit, dude. Like, I don't care. My goal is winning, and when it comes down to winning, they should go out and sign the best available bullpen arm in Edwin Diaz. You know what a great problem to have would be? We're dealing with catchers. I want the problem to be, who's going to close this game? Jordan
Yes.
Romano or Edwin Diaz?
Diaz,
You know, it's
yes.
like, that's an amazing problem to have.
Yes.
Like, give me that problem to deal with on a daily basis, please.
Absolutely. And guys, the final thing the Blue Jays need to do, it's not a transactional move, trading or going to free agency. It's an interior move on the defense.
Yeah.
They got to move Bichette to second base. Now,
I'm done with it. I'm through with
I
it.
am done. We've seen it. We've seen it all season. Last 2 years, leading the league. Not in 2022, but I think he was second.
He
in
was
errors.
second, dude.
He was second
Very
in errors.
close, yeah.
But I led it in 2021. I'm tired of seeing Bichette. I'll give all the respect to Bichette. He's put in the work. We've seen the effort, and there's plays that he made last year that he didn't make the year before.
Totally.
Granted, only being second in errors.
Yes.
He didn't commit that
Yes.
much more. But look, it's just not working. We
Yeah.
gotta find a better solution. Move him over to second. Do you have any ideas on what we can do to maybe bring in a better guy for shortstop?
There's a lot of different things here, folks. Like, we could potentially look externally, somebody who's like really good defensively at shortstop, and then push him over there. We could also decide, well, hey, Espinal is pretty damn good. Maybe Espinal can play shortstop full time. Bichette can move over to second, and that's literally something that Espinal has done for us in the past and succeeded at it, right? Like, I remember watching him make beautiful plays over at shortstop. He transitioned to second, same thing. So I totally trust him to do that. We could also have a conversation. I mean, like, there's not great necessarily defensive prospects in our prospect pool, but is there somebody who could come up and try that position out? I don't know. All I do know is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. won a Gold Glove this year. He literally won a Gold Glove, and we had defensive problems with him in the past. He took the right amount of time to develop. Bichette not taking the right amount of time to develop, and once you've seen Guerrero kind of flush out all of his problems and now be that guy, and we haven't seen it with Bo, I'm ready to move on. So something needs to be done here.
Yeah, I agree, guys. Now, look, you could look externally. You could look at a trade. Maybe if you do these trades with the catchers for a pitcher, maybe you toss in
maybe
like
you
a
toss
veteran
in something
guy.
like that. Yeah.
Who knows? But either way, you got to get someone else in that position. Defense wins championships, not only in football, but certainly in baseball as well.
Well, we saw it. We saw it in that wild card series, right? It's like,
literally.
had that, and again, you know, it's like I've been putting a lot of it on Bo, and I think, you know, maybe it's like a 70-30 split or something like that. But either way, had he not been there at that period of time, we probably go on to win that game. You know, it's impossible to say, but it's just, I'm just still hurt.
I'm pretty frustrated.
Still hurt, yeah.
Pretty frustrated, guys. But let us know in the comments down below, what do you think about these three moves that we're proposing to you guys? And is there any move that you want to see the Toronto Blue Jays make this offseason? Let us know.
Yeah, also please hit the like and subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We really want to get there by the end of the year, so that would be awesome. Also, $3 a month to become a Patreon member. Shout out and thank you to every single one of our current Patreon members. You guys are freaking studs.
And guys, thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays, go!